Hello, my name is Antonio Davila, and welcome to my video over the talking points on the militarization of police. The militarization of police is currently a very hot topic being circulated right now, with a lot of individuals cutting against the grain when it comes to what the local law enforcement or police departments should look like. On my final submission of the assignment for the militarization of police, we will have several points that are discussed and stated regarding racial discrimination, the history of war on drugs, and the militarization of police not necessarily working on police duties, police tasks, but rather than a very tactical unit serving warrants and not conducting their core functions. We will use two sources for these topics. One, which will be Marquez in the rise of police militarization and impact on civilians, and Jay Kantenstein, the wars are here, how the United States post 9/11 wars helped. We'll touch base on the trust issues between citizens, individuals, and law enforcement in all levels. We'll also talk about how the news media outlets are pushing a very similar narrative regarding the over-aggressive militarized police departments, on how they're controlling riots, how they're addressing individuals in a very aggressive manner. And the resource that we'll use for that will be Dowell in the Policing in America, how the DoD helped undermine the post-Commodus. In order to cover historical interpretations, we'll also talk about how the U.S. government, which would be either Republicans or Democrats, how they either approve or disapprove of militarization of police from its inception, and how lately the culture of individuals has pushed to try to demolish the militarization of police, and also how stronger the militarization of police came to be after the attacks of September 11th. To cover all of those and to utilize a very useful resource, we'll mention C. Brown on divided loyalties, ethical challenges for Americans law enforcement entities. In order to cover modern interpretations, we'll also be discussing how the current culture of individuals nowadays and their views on the militarization of police. We'll also utilize a very useful resource, which would be Philip Wyrick's Police Militarization, Attitude Towards the Militarization of the American Police. He provides a very in-depth research on graduate students regarding their views on the militarization of police. And the outcome of that is actually quite fascinating. It actually took me by surprise. I'll also be adding that into my final draft.